Welcome to MCpodcast, aka Men of Culture Podcast. And in this video today, we are talking about the biggest betrayals in anime. So we're gonna be very emotional, and we're talking mad shit. So make sure you go ahead and leave a like, and comment, and subscribe, and let's get into this video. Okay, the first one on this list is from Promised Neverland Season 1, when they find out, basically first episode, that their mother, Elizabeth, is an op. Like, she's farming them and selling them off for food. And honestly, this revelation, when I first initially saw this, was huge, because now you couldn't even trust your own mother. The mother was starting to, like, notice some shit too, and it was really just a chess game of how all the kids, like, had to pretend not to know this huge revelation that they're about to get farmed and sent over to monsters to get eaten.
Next on this list is one of the biggest twists, I think, in anime, just because it's so well known, and that is the Reiner and Bertolt reveal that they are Titans and they're actually the enemy, rather than, working together to fight with humanity to kill the Titans. And this was so big because you had such a big camaraderie with these guys. Like, they were from, like, the OG episodes of the first seasons, and you find out later on that they are actually the epitome of evil, bro. They are the enemy. They are the one who broke the walls. They're the one who invaded civilization and is fucking everything up. And we didn't even know there was Titan shifters, really, besides Eren. You slowly kind of learn that in that scene, but it's crazy. Like, Reiner struggles with, like, multiple personality disorder, where he doesn't know which side he's on, but in a sense they still have an agenda to, like, legit end the human race and invade Perry Island. And this is one of the biggest revelations of anime, so this was a big betrayal, and Annie's obviously included, but these two had that impact.
Damn you! You traitors!
I just want to let it be known she's not a betrayal, but I just want to say fuck Gabby. Code Geass is the next one. Hey, Code Geass is a little contentious. Me and Tanner were kind of going back and forth. Now, there were multiple kind of backstabs and betrayals in this. Like, Lucia's squad kind of switched up on him, and then didn't, and then did, and then the whole world switched up on Lelouch, and then they brought his sister involved, spoiler, sorry, and kind of, like, had her press, like, nukes, and she switched up on Lelouch. So there was a lot of betrayals in this. This is kind of a contentious one, because some of this could be Lelouch kind of seen coming, but others, like his sister being involved, and him being revealed to be the one that was
Zero, yeah.
being a terrorist.
Yeah.
That was a huge betrayal on his part, but he still kind of forgave his sister, so I guess it didn't really matter at the end of the day.
So next one on this list, I don't know if we want to call it a meme one, but it's School Days. And this is where this guy, basically Makoto, cheats on his girlfriend, Seike, and that's part of the betrayal. We call this a double betrayal because he cheats on her with another chick. And then, spoiler, 12th episode, he gets stabbed by his ex-girlfriend because she is so crazy and insane that she doesn't even want to believe it, and she just kind of goes over and kills him with a kitchen knife out of jealousy. And this is the biggest betrayal, just for being cheated on. I mean, some people might find this valid. I really don't.
This is not valid. You do not have to kill someone with to do that. You can just kick them in the balls.
Toxic, bro.
Next one. This one pisses me off a lot. This bitch ass motherfucker, Griffith. Yeah. Do I really just saying the name Griffith?
Irks you, bro. Irks you so much.
It hurts me and brings just fiery anger to all people who understand. Griffith sold his whole squad that was with him, that made him famous, and got him out of prison when he messed up. He sold them all, and then technically speaking, his best friend, after he talked shit about it and said, like, I can't see Guts as a friend, right? Talks shit about Guts, leaves, and whoops his ass too when he leaves. Boom. And he sees Guts, gets power, and then does unspeakable things to his girlfriend right in front of him.
And he has his arm cut off, bleeding, beat the hell up, and chained to the ground.
I'm not gonna lie, RP to the creator of Berserk, because your writing is amazing. W writing to feel this type of emotion. But yeah, Griffith is probably the biggest betrayal for me.
Now, this is another super well-known one out of the big three, and this is Aizen. Of course, we all seen it coming because, you know, we were in the backseat, we were seeing all the perspectives, but Aizen betraying the Soul Society to gain more power and kind of to pit himself against not only the Soul Society, but honestly every other being. And this was so cool because he was like a cold, meticulous, like, he was one of the best villains in Bleach, if not the best. But this was one of the craziest betrayals because nobody expected it whatsoever, and not even the fellow captains or anybody. I mean, this was totally like a switch up on a personality. This dude's a psychopath. It really shows, and yeah, everybody was shook.
He was truly a sheep in wolf's clothing.
Oh,
had the nerdy look, and
then after took the glasses
off, slicked the hair back, and said, "Yeah, guys,
I'm him.
I'm a dog."
Yeah. Alright, next on this list gotta be from Naruto, and this one is another one with a lot of betrayals. I don't know if Sasuke can be considered one, but this is mainly Itachi, who was, you know, portrayed as someone who was betraying the Leaf Village and really pitting everybody against him as an enemy, and as a whole being hated and joining the Akatsuki, which is just a criminal organization where they just fuck shit up and want to take over the world. All in all, I want to say this is a crazy betrayal just because in reality it wasn't. You know, he was actually protecting the village. He was putting in the work. And even though he killed his family and friends, which is crazy, by the way, like, he killed everybody. Like, that is actually a betrayal. His father, his mother, his girl. I mean, all in all, this dude's a savage. Just for what? Just for the Leaf? Who gives a fuck about the Leaf?
He's a quadruple agent. He for the village and the clan, for the clan and the village at the same time. He did the same thing with Akatsuki. Because if you really, Itachi can be put on this list again, because he portrayed the Akatsuki as well. But except they kind of knew about this the entire time, that he was a known op. He was a known op for the Akatsuki and was giving information the entire time to the Leaf. But Obito was too scared because Itachi was like Batman and thought he was gonna Batman him if he fucked up and got online.
Yeah, so it was crazy, bro. I mean, all in all, it was a betrayal, but it wasn't. But it was a huge betrayal. If you were watching the original series when it was coming out, you really know, like, you hated Itachi for a while. But then he legit transformed as one of my most favorite characters from this show, just of how, you know, how it explained and how much depth went into the plot and what was happening in the background. So
that's why we call him a quadruple agent.
Quadruple agent, he's a dick. The next one on this list is going to be from Kill la Kill, and that's one, this is the one where Satsuki betrays Ryugo, which is her mother, Ryugo, and basically, she was not really a mother whatsoever. I mean, she would emotionally and physically just dog on her daughter, and it was so criminal. Throughout the whole show, you feel bad, but what can you really do when the person, you know, in your life that you respect most is kind of like basically torturing you throughout your whole life? And later on in the show, her mother obviously has an evil plot to destroy the earth, and she stood against her and all that. And this was really cool in the show because you really wanted her to prevail and go against her the whole time, and when it mattered most, she did it. So all in all, this is a huge betrayal from, you know, mother to daughter. Kill la Kill was a great show, and this was definitely one of the crazier moments there.
Next one is when Rachel pushes Bam off the edge. I'm not gonna lie,
I actually fucking hate Rachel. So before you say nothing, I just want to get this off my chest. Rachel's a bitch. Fuck that bitch. She's a... Like, you might have to believe that.
I mean, there's not much more to say. I mean, I'll be honest, Tanner is a way bigger fan of Tower of God than I am. I watched all 12 episodes of Tower of God and still didn't understand anything that went on.
You're drunk. Yo, alright. All in all, this dude Bam was with her before they entered the tower. And he loved her, pretty much loved her. I don't know if it was as family or romance. It didn't really specify. I think it's more family.
Probably a little more than that.
It depends. Either way, Rachel was his everything. He was legit an orphan, and she was the only one who treated him nicely. And for some reason, when they went in the tower, her main goal was just herself. Like, if she teamed up with Bam and played nice with him the whole time, she'd be at the top real quick. But no, she betrays him. She gets kind of baited by the guardian of the tower, kind of saying, like, if you do this, we'll give you, something in return. And instead of staying with Bam, she betrays him after the entire series of him chasing after her, protecting her, putting his body and life on the line just so she is okay and that she makes it through it all, because she doesn't have the type of powers that he has in the tower. But either way, betrays the hell out of him, pushes off the cliff when he's put his neck out for her and an elimination mission, and she just betrays him. And no spoilers, I'm not gonna say nothing, but we hate Rachel. She's an ugly person, and I hate her. Yeah, biggest betrayal, I feel like, that really made me mad, besides Griffin.
Next one, biggest betrayals, is Talentless Nana. Basically, she was an op the entire time. This is basically it. Once again, if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend you go and watch it. I read the manga, got real deep into it. Basically, Talentless Nana is Among Us. She's sent to go kill every powerful person on an island where everyone has powers, and she does not, but she just kills them in a devious way and betrays each and every one of them, and sows seeds of doubt every single turn of the way. She is the biggest betrayer of the show, and in turn, stuff happens along the line that she gets fucked up as well.
I think I'm going to give this one just another addition, just because I feel like this is a bigger betrayal in the series, and I think it's Gin betraying Aizen. I mean, the whole time you think he's evil, he's not on the right side, but he legit betrays all-powerful Aizen and kind of sets up the whole series where in terms of Ichigo actually being able to fight back. This was definitely a twist in the Bleach series where you don't see too many betrayals, but this was definitely one of them. And I think this was a really well-executed one because he was kind of his right-hand man. He had some suspicions, but all in all, it was a crazy betrayal between Gin and Aizen. This is definitely one of the biggest betrayals. We didn't see this coming. Obviously, this is an isekai anime. It's going to be the Shield Hero. I think this is a very iconic betrayal just because it's pretty well known. But basically, the Shield Hero is hated by everybody pretty much, and he teams up with the one and only princess of the nation, and she kind of teams up with him and basically talks all this sweet stuff. And at the end of the day, they kind of go to bed and whatever, and he wakes up and all his stuff is gone. Not only that, but he's reported to the castle saying that he did some unspeakable things that we cannot mention to her in this overnight, even though she robbed him, talked him sweet, and then left him with nobody. And all in all, I think this is an annoying betrayal because everybody hated this chick. Like, straight off rip, that episode, it's like, all right, come on. You put on this nice front, and then you totally switch it up. And honestly, this was so annoying just because of, you wanted to root for Naofumi so much just because he had nobody. And the second he had somebody, they switched up and played him and basically set him up to be killed. And yeah, but he turned into a badass motherfucker after that. Yeah, big betrayal.
Last one, I think this is one of the biggest betrayals because we didn't really see it coming, was when the head colonel turns out to be Wrath, and he was that motherfucker. Like, Wrath was beating the hell out of everybody. Literally, he was cutting tanks down. Everybody was getting it. Like, I think he really died to plot, to be honest. Because he was really fucking people up. Like, no business. He just wanted to smoke. I don't even think he really cared what was happening. He wanted to smoke. And that was a huge betrayal because the fact that everyone was shook that he was on their side. And no one could stop this motherfucker.
It was like a whole Madara situation. Like, not in terms of betrayal, but in terms of like some all-powerful motherfucker just running at the whole team and just marking up every single buddy in his way, bro. And for real, died the plot. Just like Madara, bro. He got set up, and that's the only way for him to die, bro.
Yeah, so I think he was one of the biggest betrayals just because I thought he was such a huge part of the plot. And like integral to everyone trusted him, and they built that trust really well in Full Metal Alchemist. So really great betrayal, great series. Go watch that. And this is all for the betrayal list. If we definitely probably forgot a couple, but leave it down in the comment section below which anime you thought has the biggest betrayal you ever watched, seen before. Anyways, let's just like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. Let's get to it. We're trying to get to it by the end of summer, so please support.
Say
men of culture, people. Women of culture. Peace.